Congratulations on your engagement. Congratulations on starting wedding planning too, but wait, what about the songs and the music that you need to select for those special moments? Now, imagine walking down the aisle with a soundtrack that perfectly captures your love story, sending chills down the spine of your guests and creating moments that will last a lifetime. What if the right song could turn that beautiful moment into an unforgettable experience? What are those special songs for your wedding day that need to be chosen right away? Thanks for joining us. Hi, I'm Sam from Atmosphere Productions. We'll answer these questions and much more in today's edition of the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast.
Welcome to another edition of our podcast. Hi, I'm Sal from After Hours Events in New England. Listen now and discover 10 must-have wedding songs you must choose now. These are wedding insider secrets for a stress-free, fun, and memorable day. Our podcast helps engaged couples navigate wedding planning complexities while addressing family expectations. We'll guide you through the journey of creating the perfect wedding day without unnecessary stress. By the end of this edition, you'll get concise tips on budgeting, wedding party management, ceremony, reception planning, and more. Perfect for anyone planning a wedding, all in 30 minutes or less. Trust us, you don't want to miss this.
Welcome to Stress-Free Wedding Planning, the podcast that will transform your wedding planning journey from chaotic to enchanting. Sal and Sam bring over 80 years of combined wedding expertise and exclusive insider information to the table. If you're recently engaged, feeling the pressure of wedding planning, struggling with family expectations, but still dreaming of a joy-filled wedding, you've come to the right place. Get ready to unveil the best-kept wedding secrets, discover practical tips and strategies, and learn life-changing lessons for a stress-free wedding. Your unforgettable wedding day awaits. We're here to take you on a transformative journey of love, laughter, and memories. So don't miss out on the podcast that just might change your life. This is the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast with Sal and Sam.
On today's podcast, Sal and I will explain 10 must-have wedding songs you must choose now. Music is the heartbeat of your wedding celebration, transforming memories into moments and moments into memories. However, there is a specific music list that you need to select, and you need to do that sooner than later. Hi, I'm Sam from the award-winning Atmosphere Productions, wedding entertainment with expert knowledge and the difference in quality. Visit us at atmosphere-productions.com. Learn more about our experience and the journey to help you with stress-free wedding planning in the trailer or pilot of this podcast.
So are you struggling to choose between classic romance and modern selections? Or are you wondering how to create a musical journey that reflects your unique relationship? Before the end of this edition, you'll learn exactly what songs you'll need to choose and set you off on a stress-free journey to wedding planning. Hi, I'm Sal from After Hours Events New England, the experts in creating a stress-free, unforgettable wedding experience. We bring energy, professionalism, and a passion to making every couple's big day truly special. Visit us at afterhoursevents.com. On today's edition, let's help you celebrate your engagement with these 10 must-have wedding songs.
Now, right from the start, let's just say this. We do not have the copyright to play these songs, so we are not going to play any songs during this particular edition. Please use this information, and you can Google it or go to YouTube and listen to these specific songs. From the first step down the aisle to the last dance of the night, we'll help you create a musical experience that will not only celebrate your love, but keep the dance floor packed. And we love packed dance floors. And your guests will be talking about your wedding for years to come. Let's firstly discuss the ceremony and the wedding party processional. What is that? That is at the very beginning of the ceremony. Your guests are all seated and they're waiting for you to come down the aisle. So what is played? Firstly, the officiant and the groom are usually the first people that come down, which are closely followed by the groomsmen and then the bridesmaids or what other members of the wedding party that you have. What songs can you choose? Well, traditionally, you can start with Wagner's Bridal Chorus or Mendelssohn's Wedding March. More modern selections, one of my favorites, obviously, is U2. Being an Irish group, this is a great song. Come Down the Aisle on This Beautiful Day, Lumineers' Ho Hey, and the American author's Best Day of My Life. There are obviously loads more, but those will get you started.
Sam, those are some great selections. Just want to remind you, that's for when the wedding party's coming down and parents. Now we're going to talk about if the bride is coming down or the couple is coming down for the ceremony processional. Your walk down the aisle is deeply personal. Consider these: Claire de Lune by Claude Debussy, Canon in D by Pachelbel. Another pro tip here, we always like to throw them out there. There's groups called the Piano Guys and also Vitamin String Quartet who took songs and created orchestral versions of them. Absolutely awesome. You'll love them. Modern selections are like 1,000 Years by Christina Perri, which is a timeless song. Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. I absolutely love this song. It's just such a great mood. Take a listen to it. I think you'll love it. Somewhere Over the Rainbow by IZ. Him and his ukulele. This is great for a beach style wedding too.
Yes, Sal, I'm glad you didn't pronounce Israel Kamakalalaholi's full name. Now, just as a reminder, you could also join us on YouTube. Just search for the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast with Sal and Sam. Subscribe and get it first. So now the ceremony is over and we do the recessional. That's what the recessional means. It's the end of the ceremony music and the music that the couple walk out to, followed by parents and wedding party. So what songs do we choose for that? Traditionally, you can go with Mendelssohn's Wedding March. That's from A Midsummer Night's Dream. Also popular is Handel's Hornpipe from the Water Music Suite. And something from Beethoven, Ode to Joy, which is used as the Olympics theme. More modern choices would be Bruno Mars's Marry You. Or if you want to get real funky, you can do Justin Timberlake's Can't Stop the Feeling. Something that's a little different is the Proclaimers, 500 Miles. That'll really get the juices going for the recessional and the wedding party walking out.
Personally, I'm a big fan with using something with some energy right at the end of the recessional. Something that starts right at the chorus and creates energy for your guests. They're standing up, they're cheering you as you walk up the aisle. Just my 2 cents when it comes to that. So the next thing we have to worry about, this is going to happen after the cocktail hours happen, if you're going to do one, and that's the grand entrance. This is when you and your wedding party, and maybe even parents and grandparents, are introduced into the room for the first time. And you can use things like Let's Get It Started by Black Eyed Peas, which is an awesome song to get some energy going. Beyonce's Love on Top. Queen, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Another favorite, You Make My Dreams Come True by Hall & Oates. And of course, you have Best Day of My Life by the American Authors. And a fan favorite with many people is Pharrell's Happy.
We've just explained the grand entrance, the bride or the couple's ceremonial processional, and the ceremony wedding party processional.
Coming up next, the first dance, your love's anthem, the parent dances, and the last dance. But first, if you have a question or concern, go now to Facebook and join us on the Stress-Free Wedding Planning community and ask away. You can also join us on our YouTube channel. Just search for Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast with Sal and Sam. Subscribe and get it first.
This is the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast with Sal and Sam.
It's time for Wedding Tip Wednesday, but first, remember, never laugh at your spouse's choices. You're one of them.
Today is Wedding Tip Wednesday. We talk about exploring marriage license requirements. Every state has different requirements, so keep in mind you should call the town hall in your town and find out what the rules and regulations are. Do you have to call ahead of time to set up an appointment to go get your license? Or do you have to go to a specific town? Like in Connecticut, you have to go in the town of which you're getting married, where in Massachusetts, you can buy it from any town and get married in any town in Massachusetts. As simple as that.
And that's another wedding tip from Sal and Sam.
Experience the magic of your special day with Fitzner Productions, a premier wedding videography company based in Middletown, Connecticut. FitznerProductions.com. Our mission is to capture your love story candidly and authentically, creating stunning, high-quality videos that you can cherish for years to come. Our founder, Carson Fitzner, combines technical expertise with a passion of storytelling, ensuring every moment from the excitement of getting ready to the heartfelt ceremony is beautifully documented. We offer a range of customizable packages, including drone footage and multi-location shoots, tailored to fit your unique vision. Let us help you relive the romance, laughter, and tears of your wedding day. Visit fitznerproductions.com. That's FITZNER Productions.com.
Welcome back to our discussion about celebrating your engagement with 10 must-have wedding songs. Hi, I'm Sal from After Hours Events of New England.
And I'm Sam from Atmosphere Productions. We've already discussed couples ceremony processional, ceremony wedding party processional, and your grand entrance song. Now, consider these reception songs for parents' dances, cake cutting, and the last dance.
Probably the most anticipated musical moment of your wedding is the first dance. Typically, the first dance happens immediately following the introductions. And there's so many great songs you could go with. One of the top songs out there has been All of Me by John Legend. Another one is Perfect by Ed Sheeran. And Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran rules the first dance nowadays. Chris Stapleton's Joy of My Life, if you want something a little more country. Kelsey Hart's Life with You. And Taylor Swift's Lover.
All good suggestions there, Sal. Now it's time for the parents' dances. This is where an emotional connection is made, and these songs can be heartfelt tributes as well. We're going to start off with the father-daughter dance. Typically, we do this either after the first dance at the beginning of the evening or after the meal, or sometimes after the speeches. Regardless, these songs are going to be very touching that celebrate your relationship. John Mayer's Daughters is obviously a great tune to pick. Stevie Wonder's Isn't She Lovely? I would suggest the short version on that. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Wildflowers. There's also local contributors. Ray Allaire has a song for my daughter. Mickey also has Song for My Daughter. Michael Bolton's version of Daddy's Little Girl. And one of my favorite, the late, great Luther Vandross, does Dance with My Father. Listen to the lyrics of that, because that may or may not be appropriate for your situation.
I'm finding that couples lately have been trying to shorten these songs for the father-daughter dance, and that's okay, but I always say you should always get the approval of your dad, because you just don't realize sometimes how important that moment is for them, and if you shorten it, it could actually be devastating to them. So ask Dad if he really wants to shorten or he wants the full version. So another very special dance, of course, is the mother-son dance. This is a special moment between the groom and his mom. And some great songs. This is a very common one, is My Wish by Rascal Flatts. We also have Molly Pasuti, who has The Man You've Become. Bringing back Mickey again, Song for My Son. I'll Be There by the Jackson 5. A Mother Like Mine by Ben Perry. You Raised Me Up. What a great song by Josh Groban. These are very special moments. Also, Dance with My Baby by Tony Becker. And if you go back to our edition 43 on May 2023, we actually interviewed her, and you get to hear more about that song.
Just as a reminder, you can also join us on our YouTube channel. Just search for the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast with Sal and Sam. Subscribe and get first.
Something exciting that's been happening at weddings nowadays in the last few seasons is what's called the photo dash. Now, the photo dash could take place in a couple different spots. My favorite part to do it in is once you've had your intros, your first dance, go right into the photo dash to create some energy, and then get the couple back to their seats, and we could go into the speeches at that point. You could also do it towards the tail end of dinner. Earlier, I think, is better because all the plates look great on the table, and you're going to get pictures of those, so you want everything to look good. So my opinion, do it right after the first dance, or if you're having parent dances at the first dance, after the parent dances. Now, songs that can be used, one of the most common one is AC/DC's Thunderstruck. You can also do Mission Impossible to kind of make it funny. J. Gow's band back in the 80s had a song called Freeze Frame, which is perfect. Paparazzi by Lady Gaga. Marry You by Bruno Mars. How about Hat, Hat, Hat by Buster Poindexter? And who doesn't love the sweet Ballroom Blitz? And of course, we have Selfie by the Chainsmokers.
Some great selections there that'll motivate everybody up to do that photo dash. The cake cutting is one of those playful moments that happens usually after the meal, and that's where the couple get to feed each other. Many couples nowadays are thinking of nixing this particular event, but if you're going to do a cake cutting ceremony, you need to choose a song in advance. Some of those tracks we'd like to recommend is DNCE's Cake by the Ocean. Fits perfectly, doesn't it? And Maroon 5's Sugar. One of my all-time favorites is the classic Four Tops Sugar by Honey Bunch. I can't help myself. Obviously, Harry Styles' Watermelon Sugar fits perfectly. Keith Urban's Sweet Thing. And Taylor Swift strikes again with Sweet Nothing.
Now, Sam, we talked about all this fun and energetic stuff throughout the wedding, but wouldn't you want to end it on a high note too? You have to consider going into that last dance. And I always say, go with a finale, do a couple songs and let it be upbeat and fun. Sing-alongs are great, like Don't Stop Believing by Journey. I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. Everyone loves ABBA, Dancing Queen. And of course, we have Dua Lipa, Dance the Night, Edward Sharpe, Home. All the Small Things by Blink-182 has been definitely a favorite in the past couple seasons. And an awesome sing-along is Take Me Home, Country Roads by John Denver. And because it just seems fitting, Semisonics, Closing Time, and who doesn't love The Killers, Mr. Brightside.
So there you have it. We've just explained 10 of the must-have wedding songs you must choose now. And we're suggesting that you pick these songs early. Do not wait until the weeks before your wedding reception to just select something. Plan ahead. Remember, there's loads of other selections that we could have chosen, but we want you to do your research and pick the songs that have meaning to you. Ask a question or tell us about your experience in our Facebook community.
Now, as you spend the next week planning your wedding, if you want me, Sam, or our community of stress-free engaged couples and wedding experts to answer any wedding-related questions, join us over in the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Facebook group.
Once you're in, go ahead and share your concerns and worries, and we'll let you know if you're on the right track or if there's something we need to work on. The link to join us is in the show notes of this edition. Or go to Facebook and search for the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Community.
A new edition is released every Wednesday. Subscribe and get it first. Remember to do something nice for someone today. And if you can't, do something nice for yourself. We'll catch you then. Ciao.
Thank you for listening to this edition. If you've enjoyed what you've just heard, leave a review and share it with a friend or someone who would benefit from this information. Until next time, it's TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
The Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast is produced and copyrighted by Atmosphere Productions in association with After Hours Events of New England.